check one.
What's that? They only have 9 seniors on the team. Something's happened with them. 9 seniors.
Hmm.
Kicking off for the Polar Bears, number 11, Aiden Alvis. Back deep to receive for the Blue Devils, number 22, Nick Silva. And number 27, Andrew Oldwell.
Okay, I have it up, but am I on? I didn't hit that resume or anything. That never showed up. So yeah, I don't know if I hit. Well, I never saw it. Period. Where's it at? Where'd you get it at? Yeah. You did tell me about that. Hit that. Okay.
Illegal procedure against the Polar Bears. After the assessment of the penalty, the Blue Devils will start 1st and 10 from their own
Say
35.
that again. Chain 5. That's right. Hold on. C H. Wait, it didn't start. I'm almost there. Game started, but I didn't. Capital C H A M B 5. Yeah. And what's the password? All right. Hold on. I have it. All right. Capital M mid 10 5. Go. It says resume event. What broadcast button at the top? Oh, I see it. All right. Hit. All right. Yep. Resume, and it says broadcast. So here we go. I should be on, right? Yep. Live on it. All right. Thanks. Bye. Well, good evening, everyone. Sorry for the late start here at Northern York. Uh, as we are trying to get our technical difficulties squared away. And as we do, we're bringing you the Northern York Greencastle Anthem Blue Devils. My production manager and chief production guy Mike Montador not with us tonight, so that slowed us down just a little bit. But Greencastle got the kickoff way down on an out of bounds. So at the 35, they have moved the ball on. I didn't see the play, but I know Sam Sprague ran
It's a pass.
for 38-yard pass play. That was the first play from scrimmage, so they're on their second play from scrimmage. With me tonight, by the way, Vern McCauley, the voice of the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. Vern, we'll get to you. We had this big, long thing ready to go, but never had a chance to do it. Again, out to the outside, they throw the pass you saw there, and down inside the 5-yard line from Myers that time to James Himes for the completed pass, or was it Vochel? Graham. Okay, Graham. Thank you. Ed Gottwall's here with us tonight. I hate when it starts like that. I hate when it starts like that. 2 first downs in the drive, starting from the 35 and trying to catch up on my paperwork. And 2 passes, 2 for 2 for Myers so far tonight. And Greencastle immediately knocking on the door, working from the left hash mark. Now 2 in the backfield, wide out to the right side. Myers under center, going to give the ball to Graham again, and Graham goes very close to the goal line, first down. Vern, how you doing tonight?
Greg, it's great to be here. I have my 3 keys to the game. I'm going to save those till the game is over.
Okay.
So I may tweak them a little bit.
Well, I think that would probably work just a little bit better. I was going to say to you in the pregame show, it's Northern with a record less than stellar at 3-4, and the Blue Devils coming in at 5-2. But if you did a little research on the common opponents, it could be a very, very close game.
It could be. It could be.
But the Blue Devils moving the ball on offense. Hine and Graham in the backfield. Sprague to the right side. They're going to give it this time to Hines. Waiting for the signal. There it is. Blue Devils. Touchdown in a hurry. That didn't take long at all. 2 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock at 9:49, and they go up quick, 6-0.
Greg, my 3rd key to the game is own the line of scrimmage. They certainly did that on this opening drive. Offensive line looked really good on this.
Well, and there's a few things that we do need to go over, and that is the injury list for the Blue Devils. Hansen comes out, tries to make it a 7-0 ball game. Sprague will be the holder for him. Down and up looks good from where we're sitting, and it is good. And we're going to take the time to stay right here on the F&M Trust Sports Network and midpanbroadcasting.com, gametimepA.com. Glad to be here. Sorry for the late start, but we are underway. 7-0 Blue Devils up on top. First key you said was the line of scrimmage. And unfortunately, as you look down over those sitting out with injuries, it keeps mounting here for Greencastle.
Yeah, it does, Greg. Surprised to see Demetrius Burton in street clothes. Certainly could use his speed, breakaway speed here tonight, but apparently he was injured at the end of the JB game last week.
And Morgan Bush, the starting center, who was injured in and out of the game last week against JB, he is also sidelined here. And again, we found out for sure that Cal Peck will not be back in the lineup, which we were hoping that maybe defensively he could get back in, and Derek Meisel still on crutches, so you won't see those. So, there's 4 starters out of the Blue Devil lineup, and it does have its effect. But Blue Devils here with a 7-0 lead, playing on the looks like they didn't mow it quite as short as they should have grass here at Bostic Field. Squib kick going down, taken at the 20-yard line. Going to be brought back up here, and the Blue Devils converge quickly at the 30-yard line. Good coverage on the part of the Blue Devils. I think the spot's going to be at the 33, 1st and 10 for the Polar Bears.
Apparently they're giving us credit for having more speed than what we actually have by not mowing the grass.
Well, yeah, and of course, if you had Burton, that could be a factor. They like to go to their big bruising fullback, Robert Shelley, 6 foot, 109-pound junior. He's just the big guy, so that is a grinding out. Let the grass grow a little bit for him. That's not a problem.
They're certainly wear him out. I saw that on film during the last week. He gets the ball quite a bit.
At quarterback is Curtis Robeson. He's a 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore, and he's going to give it to Shelley right off the bat. He is hit right off the bat, and down he goes. So if you're just joining us, Blue Devils took the opening drive. Ed, was that 4 plays? 5 plays. 5 plays, and 15 and 50 is 65 yards. Yep. And Hine with a 1-yard run for the touchdown.
Fine stop there by Jared Stolliper along with Tony Dunnigan on the first play from scrimmage for the Polar Bears.
Polar Bears, everybody in tight, but they have one out here to the near side, and they're going to pitch back to Shelley. Shelley's going to try to go around the right side. No, excuse me, that is Sam Geezer, the 5'9", 175-pound senior, one of the only seniors that Vern play on their in their skilled positions.
Mm-hmm. I was telling Ed earlier, they only have 9 seniors on the whole ball team.
And this was, Northern controlled the league for a number of years, and they have fallen on some rough times. Again, coming in, we'll talk about the games that we can compare against, but let's pick up the action here. Robeson from the gun, high snap, pulls it in, fires the left-hander out here, has an open man, and no, incomplete, as it goes into the hands of Michael Kearney and falls out. Kearney, a 5'9", 160-pound junior.
That was a good throw. The quarterback put the ball right there and just wasn't able to haul it in.
So they will, Kago on the defensive coverage, they're going to punt it away here on the 3rd down. So Blue Devils defense hold, gets a punting situation early on. Justin Markle is back for the Polar Bears. He'll stand just inside his 20-yard line at the 16-17. Sprague, Hansen deep for the Blue Devils, standing at the 35. Punt is away. Going to take a bounce at about the 40, and they're going to let it roll back to the 30-yard line down there, and the Blue Devils have possession again on their second one.
Relatively good field position here for the Blue Devils starting from their own 30-yard line. See if we can put something together again and control their line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for the first time, and I'm sorry I missed it, Mike Monadora, you'll be sorry you missed it, the Blue Devils came out on the first play from scrimmage and passed.
They did.
They did not do the belly up the middle, which is standard procedure, and I think that caught the Polar Bears off guard, and so we'll see what happens here. Myers under center. Going to give it to Hine, who tries to come from that slot position but goes nowhere. Maybe, if lucky, a yard on the play.
One of the Blue Devils' basic play there on offense. Ran into a wall of purple, unfortunately. Come back and do it again on second down.
Hine, that's his 7th carry of the season. He's averaging about 3.8 for the Blue Devils. He leads the team in point scores. He has 8 touchdowns per run, 48 points. 2 in the backfield again, and wide out on both sides of the field. Sprague in the jet sweep coming around the right side. Someone got a hand on him, but he breaks that tackle. Fumble! It's up in the air, and it could be, looks like Northern's calling for the ball. The official signal is Northern has the ball. Well, you know, that was going to be one of your keys of the game, perhaps.
Yeah, that was number one focus. We got to eliminate penalties and mistakes, and fumbles are one of those. Inopportune time, Noah Smith came up with a loose ball for Northern. So need to call on this Blue Devil defense to hunker down here at the 35-yard line.
35 deep in Blue Devil territory after the fumble on the run. The Northern quickly gets the ball back in certainly their best field position of the evening.
That was a good hit on Northern's part, jarring the ball loose there.
4-man front for the Blue Devils. Looking like they're in their normal man-to-man. Shelley, little flea flicker, throwing it back to the quarterback, going down the field. Sprague had him and then turned, and the receiver almost had the pass too, but he did not catch the ball, though he should have caught the ball.
That play could have went either way, so I'm just happy it was an incomplete pass.
Pass was intended for Ethan Bell. And again, just one of those typical flea flickers. Incomplete pass. They have 0 for 2 now in the passing category.
I'm sorry, Greg. I keep forgetting whenever you pause, I'm supposed to say something.
Well, that's usually it.
I have a button in the press box. If I don't push it, I don't say anything.
You don't get to talk. I know.
Yeah.
ISO back in the backfield. Oh, they moved there. That was the wide out Bell who just had that pass thrown to him. That's going to be the first penalty of the ball game. It's going to go against Northern, a motion penalty, 5 yards. So the Blue Devils flat out getting the breaks except for the fumble. Comes from the 40-yard line now, second behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Northern's got a solid ball club here, Greg. They're a very physical team, very basic football team. Offensively.
I was going to say nothing fancy, but then they threw that.
Then they throw the flea flick.
Yep. Full house backfield now. 3 in the back. Everybody in tight, double tight end. Quarterback under center. Greencastle in a run defense. They're going to give it to Kearney, trying to go around the outside. Gets the corner and then dragged out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. And so simple student body to the left, and they get some yardage out of that one.
Looks like that was Graham Herschel on the play number 2 for the Blue Devils. They picked up 5 yards, and we're back to a 3rd and 10.
Third down situation now, and this will be a critical one for the Blue Devils. See what alignment they go. They're going to run in that same full house. 2 halfbacks, fullback, quarterback under center, double tight, and alignment. Greencastle with the safety the whole way up to about 10 yards out. Going to run the read option. It is read right away. Looks like Dunnigan is in there to make the stop. And a little help from his friends there, and they go nowhere on the play.
That's right, Greg. Good penetration on the play by Tony Dunnigan. Read the option play perfectly and lost a yard on the play.
So what do you do here, Vern? You going to punt?
No, they're going to go for it.
I didn't ask what they were going to do. I said, what would you do?
From the 36-yard line, I think I'd take my chances.
4 down territory. 6:56 left in the first quarter. I will tell you that because of the positioning that we have our camera tonight, you're not going to get a good shot at the scoreboard. So you have to rely on us giving you the score, which is 7-0, by the way. Blue Devils on top of this one. In quarter number 1 from Bostic Field in Dillsbury. Straight back out of the gun, looking to throw. Sideline pass going to be way overthrown by about 10-15 yards, and that will turn it over on downs for the Blue Devils.
Looks like the quarterback and wide receiver on a different page there as far as that play, Greg, and cut off his pattern. So Greencastle called a break. Talking about the first play from scrimmage from the Blue Devils, you know, these coaches spend a lot of time during the week going over film of the opponent, and I'd like to think that that's something that weakness that the Greencastle coaches saw in their film sessions with that first play, uncharacteristically of Greencastle.
To throw, you're right. Hanson, the lone receiver here to the left side, wing to the right, 2 in the backfield. They'll give it to the slot Hines. Hines trying to get to the outside, finds a little crease and about a 3-yard upgrade up the field to, where's the spot going to be? The 38-yard line.
And likewise, I would think that Northern's coaches saw something in our defense on film that gave them the opportunity to try the flea flicker. Apparently, our defensive backs are being sucked in or something like that, and they took a shot. So
And almost successful in that one.
almost successful.
Same alignment, working from the right hash. Greencastle in the away whites, moving right to left on your computer screen. Going to give it to the fullback. Vulture coming straight up the middle. Excuse me, Graham. You know, I've said it before, 27, 17, and 47 thrown before a loss.
And it's also difficult when these guys are out every other game, or it seems like with an
does.
injury. Thank goodness he's back tonight. I didn't mean that the way it sounded, but
no, but I know what you meant. They have been.
We are truly a running back by committee.
It is, and the neat thing about it is it doesn't seem to hurt whoever's in there.
It sure does not.
Tight end Stoliver to the left side. They'll run a slot right, wide out right, 2 in the backfield. Out of swing T offense, and they're going to give it to Hines again. Going to the right side again. This time he gets some yardage. It's going to be good enough for the Blue Devil first down up to the 48-yard line.
Good second effort. Hard-nosed running behind. Good blocking there by the interior front 5 of the Blue Devil offense.
Still have not crossed into Northern territory. Vern, we were talking about some matchups. I want to tell you, when Greencastle played James Buchanan last week, 31-28, Northern beat James Buchanan 21-7. Northern beat Big Spring 28-7. We beat Big Spring 29-7. So you see it's fairly even on the common opponents. Coming this way with the ball is Hines once again, and he's going to get pushed upfield for about an 8-9 yard gain on that one.
Did you have one of your administrators figure that out for you, Greg?
No,
or did you do that in your spare time this week?
Thank you for that.
That sounds like something Bob Kreider would have done for you.
Yeah. You know his football skills.
As we go through the game, you're going to wonder what I did at work this week too. I have all kinds of tidbits for you.
From the same formation, everybody to the right, working left. Wide side of the field to the right, and Hines going to go that way. Sees a little crease again and cuts upfield. He's just moving the ball, and that offensive line on the right side, Vern, doing the job.
Impressive job by the offensive front line once again. They're going to wear Northern down, with the exception of 91, who's an immensely big boy for Northern. We have a decided size advantage. Noah Smith, 6'3", 275.
Hines has to come out. He lost his helmet. He found it, but once it comes off your head, you have to take yourself out and go get it in. So coming in for him, Luke Robinson, who will line up in that halfback position to the left of the fullback. Long snap count for Myers. Fakes, rolls right, looking to throw. Fires downfield, has a wide open tight end down there, still on his feet, brought down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Matthew Oberholzer ran a good pattern, wide open in the center of the field. Myers found him. Big game for the Blue Devils. Oh, boy, we have a flag. Flag on the play.
Well, there it goes. We talk about the keys of the game, and Vern was prepared for his 3 keys of the game and never had a chance to ask him, but the one is certainly the penalties and the turnovers that has beseeched Greencastle.
Yeah. And it goes back to focus, Greg. Of course, that a little bit different on a hold as opposed to a legal procedure, which we've seemed to have our issues with this year. But week 8, we'd like to eliminate the penalties.
And that would be nice, particularly the motion penalties, which, by the way, we haven't had yet. Don't mean to spook it on that, but we'll see what happens. This time they're going to try to go left, but Hine goes straight up the middle. Everybody came left. He found a crease, went up, as the Blue Devils facing a 1st and 24 on that one.
Another good run behind. Straight up the middle.
Northern, a fair amount of people here tonight for them. Not as big a crowd as you normally see. Greencastle traveling well again as the visitor side, and we are on the visitor side as well here in their visitor side press box. Slot right, wide out right. That is the short side of the field. Myers going to that direction, trying to set up the screen, but has heavy traffic and fires a bounce pass to Oberholzer. It falls incomplete. And it was just one of those things where Myers had to get rid of it. Wise choice.
Good decision on Myers' part to throw that ball away into the dirt at the feet of the receiver.
Well, you talk about watching film. Obviously, they watch film. Knows that we like to run. Greencastle likes to go to that, certainly that screen pass, and that time it wasn't there.
Just wasn't there. Well covered.
Blue Devils in a 3rd and 18 with 2:52 remaining in opening quarter. They're up 7-0. Stolliper, the wide out to the near side of the field. One to the right, slot to the right, wing to 2 slots on this wing T formation. Myers just throwing it down here, timing pattern for Oberholzer, incomplete, beyond the sticks for the first down. It will fall incomplete. Myers gets hit hard after the pass, and the punting team will come on for the first time here.
Very close to being completed that time, Greg. And we'll probably say this, if we say it once, we'll say it often during the course of the game. These are plays when we miss Bray Peck from his tight end position, on a pattern down the field. He always had a knack for getting open. And we miss him on both sides of the ball, but there's another example where we'd like to have him to throw to.
Yeah, Mike and I talked often, and the punt away from it rolls. Oh, it's going to roll, and we have a shot. We do, down at the 2-yard line. Silva gets on his horse, gets down and downs it way down to the 2-yard line. Nice punt from Hanson, who's been averaging about 2 punts a ball game and about 33 yards a game, and that's going to put them deep in their own territory. 0-1, they're going to call it. 43-yard punt for Hanson.
Good hustle on the part of Silver on the play. Special teams play big right there. Certainly have Northern pinned in a hole.
See if the Blue Devils can hold here. Blue Devils at home next week with the Waynesboro Indians. Coming up at halftime, we're going to invite Ed Gottwals over to chat about the stats from the first half, but I want to get his impression on I'm going to just say the inconsistency or the up and down play of the Waynesboro Indians, for lack of a better word. Handoff goes, I believe, to Shelley on the left side as he tries to go, but doesn't go very far on that one.
Well, I'm gonna add my input before Ed has his. If Coach Marion has said anything that's absolutely correct this year, it's this: when Waynesboro is really good, they're really good, and when they're bad, they're really bad. That's a pretty good assessment of the situation.
So which team shows up each week is hard to tell for everybody.
I'm hoping JB does not beat them tonight.
Yeah, they would be, yes. Pitch back in the end zone as he comes out, and he is hit right away, and no gain on the play. Blue Devils need to hold his 3rd down, and that was Kearney. They're going to be punting from the end zone.
Pretty much an interior effort there. It looks like 86 led the charge. That's Jared Stolliper.
Well, we talked about the Blue Devil injury, but the defense still playing well through all these games. The biggest problem has been the opponents have been scoring on long pass plays against the Blue Devils. We've seen that attempted twice so far. It is Robeson, the quarterback, under center. 2 in his backfield. He's going to take a 3-step drop, fake, and then throw the long pass. Sprague there, lets it go out of bounds, way out of bounds, and that'll bring up a punting situation for the Polar Bears.
Good tight spiral in the pass, just didn't find the intended receiver.
That's the second one that he has overthrown. I don't know. I don't think that they're intentionally overthrown. I think he just overthrows them.
I watched the film of the Northern Shippensburg game last week, and he doesn't always seem comfortable when he goes back to pass. First half last week, he's a left-hander. They had him rolling right, thrown against his body, and he had all kinds of issues. High snap there.
Wasn't a good snap. It's going to be fielded by Hanson at the 36 to his right side. A little running space, breaks through, down inside the 15 to about the 11-yard line.
Fine return by Hanson. Thank goodness no flags on the play.
Yeah.
That's always good to see.
That is good to see. Hanson with a nice return. Blue Devils haven't returned many punts this year either.
We haven't, and it's nice to have Hanson. First of all, Hanson didn't want to play.
Yeah.
He wanted to concentrate on baseball. Then he only wanted to kick. He's doing a little bit of everything right now.
Yeah, he has certainly been one of those all-purpose players for the Blue Devils. Silva wide to the near side of the field. They'll run a wing to the right side and 2 in the backfield. They're going to give it to Hines. Hines hit right away, spins out of it, and makes a little bit of something out of nothing there as he goes over the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Good hard running effort on the part of James Hines on that play. Kept his feet and did make a little bit of something out of nothing.
Coming out of the ball game is Graham. Looks like Oberholzer going in for him. Also in there is Botro at this time.
Clock
No.
winding down on the. Sorry about that.
No.
First quarter of play down to 30 seconds.
Greencastle has had the ball the majority of the time. Going to give it to Oberholzer straight up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. I want to check the numbers, right? Yep. Matthew Oberholzer will get his first touchdown of the season as he goes from 5 yards out. And it was only a 3-play drive, and Hansen will come in to attempt the extra point.
It was a good run by Oberholzer, but he had a good hole to run through.
Oh, he certainly did.
Offensive line certainly doing a good job on this drive.
Hansen, 77% extra points coming into this ball game. Good snap, good hold, good kick. The Blue Devils have put some more points up on the board. They go up by a score of 14-0 with just 20 seconds left in the first quarter on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com. And then, see, I have to do this too, Vern, and I'm not real good at some of these things, so we'll see what happens here. Nothing. Oh, well. We like to thank our sponsors for making this possible, and we will get the sponsors on here as we have just had technical difficulties after technical difficulties. They leave me in charge of everything for one time, and it all blows up around us.
Mike knows a lot of things about a lot of things, and I just can't keep up with the guy.
Well,
I don't have his technological savvy.
Amazing he never did before either. So our cameraman today, Steve Sibio, is with Mike, so we have Casey Hoover running the camera, as keeping you alive with the video. The drive back, or the kick back to about the 11-yard lines, up straight through the middle, runs into a wall of white, and down he goes. And
Tony Dunnigan once again on the tackle, 58.
Swave is the returner for them. 15 seconds left for the Polar Bears here as the ball is spotted at the 26-yard line. First and he said the announcer said the Blue Devils. Actually, it's going to be first and 10 for the Polar Bears.
First and 10, 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play.
Northern's fourth possession. They have punted twice and given it up on downs on the other one. Working deep from the Blue Devils, 26. Quick handoff to the fullback, Shelley. Shelley, no, that's going to be, let's see who gets up now. Geyser, the ball carrier.
Bobby Ryder on the tackle.
So it is the end of the first quarter. We'll see if we can get this to function properly here as first quarter's come to an end. The Blue Devils have opened up a 14-0 lead after the end of one. We'll be right back after this.
Working?
It's not working. And I know we're on the air. So I'm not sure why that thing is not working. That is strange.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-dah.
Is it, there we go.
Blue Devils. Brothers
There we
Pizza
go.
offers a full menu, and breakfast is served 7 days a week. Don't forget Brothers Pizza for your next football party or special event. Our menu selection is great for football parties, birthdays, and other special occasions. Dine in, carry out, and delivery. 50 Pine Drive, Greencastle, next door to Comfort Inn. Phone 597-5322 or order online at mybrospizza.com.
Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
First play, or second play from scrimmage, and actually the first play of the quarter from Northern results in a first down on a pass play. As the Blue Devils now will, I'm just looking here, Northern's, I believe their first or second first down of the ball game on that one. I formation, two to the left, one to the right. Left-hander looking to throw. Comes out here, hits the man coming out of the flats. Catch is made, then he's hit right away, but not after a 4-yard pickup, as the reception is made by number 28, Jake Groomer.
Luke Hager, when the stop for the Blue Devils on the right side of the field, the previous pass play, Hager actually deflected the ball on the left side of the field. So he's all over the place tonight.
Playing from the safety position. Blue Devils in that forefront defense. Northern will send two to the right side, spreading it out a little bit, one to the left, run two in the backfield, one in front and one in back of the quarterback who works from the gun. Handoff goes now right down to Shelley. Shelley is, no, excuse me, that was a little play action fake, and Greencastle did a much better job than I did in not going with the fake. So, thank goodness.
Good fake there on the part of the quarterback. Faked all of us out.
Did you go with it?
Yes, I did.
Ed, did you go with it? Yeah, he's looking down now. Ed went with it too. I don't feel so bad right now.
Well, we take your lead, Greg, so whatever you say goes. So
Jeremy Anderson on the stop that time for the Blue Devils.
we were all looking at number 32.
10:15 remaining in the opening half. Blue Devils up on this one, 14-0 from Northern. It is a must-win game for the Blue Devils. Three to the right, one to the left, one in the backfield. Robeson in the gun. Three-step drop. Now has some pressure. Comes rolling out of it. He's going to keep it. Has some running room up over the 40 to the 30, 45, and knocked out of bounds. Close to that first down, but he's going to be about a yard short of it.
Good play on the part of Robeson that time. He was pursued by a couple Blue Devil defenders. They were fortunate to get him. I thought they got him a yard short, but the official was saying first down.
Oh, he's not even close. They're calling it a first down. That wasn't even close. You could probably see that on our video from that. Okay.
I called for a timeout and no one heard me.
Yeah. So, well, they ran a fourth down play. They ran a fourth down play on a quarterback keeper to get the yard for the first down, and they already had it. That's how crazy that was. They didn't even think
they didn't even think they had the first down.
So Northern now with their second first down of the drive. Okay, they would have gotten it.
I thought he went on a quick count so we couldn't review it.
That's what it was. You're right. They're going to come up and look at our film. Two in the backfield, two slots to the left and wide out both sides of the field, working from the right hash mark. Three-step drop roll. Oh, he's under pressure. Greencastle trying to get him, can't bring him down. He's still running. Everybody comes up. Finally, Sprague with a tackle about a yard up from the line of scrimmage.
Good play on the part of Sam Sprague that time to haul him down. He ran past a couple defenders in the process, but
so a third down somewhere along the line. I'll bet you, and Coach Garrett Mowry will be thinking we could have had another play on this series, particularly if they are forced to punt it away.
I believe you are correct, Greg.
Wide out coming to our near side, 2, 3, out to the right side of the field, which is the wide side. From the pistol, the sidecar on the backfield. Robeson stops and fires right away on the slant, and it is incomplete behind the intended receiver. And so that brings up the punting situation again for Northern.
Good coverage by Sam Sprague on the play. He was all over him on that pass, jarring the ball loose. Blue Devils get another opportunity to get the football.
Polar Bears will, after this ball game, step out of the league to play Lower Dauphin at home next week, and then they will travel to finish up the season at East Pennsboro. Snap is back. The punt is a line drive. It's going to take a roll and going to roll back to about the 6-yard line before it's finally down there by the Blue Devils. Punts have been effective here tonight.
Punts have been effective. Thank goodness. We've learned some lessons throughout the year. When the ball is bouncing around, just get away from it.
Well, we have, but at the same time, we also like to see them make some fair catches, too. The ball goes back to the 6, and Greencastle will take over. This is their 5th possession. They've scored on their first one and their 4th one. Let's see what happens this time. Northern this year, this is 5th of their 6 home games. They have a 6-4 breakout. They're going to switch the tight end from Stolliver from the right side to the left side. Northern switches the defense to matches up. They're going to run the ball to the right with Hine. Hine hit right away. Not going to get a lot of yardage as the purple uniforms down there really just take him down quickly.
Not much running room for James Hine on that play. Ran into, once again, a sea of purple. And have to go back to the huddle and figure out another play.
And that one really wasn't successful.
It wasn't there.
And that will happen. Myers, under center, has been there all season long, except for one game that he on a family trip, and he has, for the junior, he has done well at the quarterback position. Checks his team again. He has 2 in the backfield. Long count, going to give it to Hines again. Hines trying to come, and they are, it looks like a little Northern of old, Vern, where they would put 6 up in the box and dare you to throw the ball.
Yeah, you're right. They used to fill the gaps, and we used to have all kinds of problems running the ball against them. And they have us down in a position right now. We just don't want to turn the ball over or make any mistakes down here. So I suspect we'll play this third down play close to the vest also.
Rick Mock, the longtime coach here, who was at Central Dauphin, very successful at Central Dauphin, unceremonially dismissed so that they could bring in this guy named George Tom. And he had a successful career over here at Northern. He's retired. They're going to give the ball to Sprague coming out of that slot wing position, and he's not going to he can't turn the corner either. And they're not going to get very much yardage on that one. And this will bring up a punting situation for the Blue Devils.
Kurt Hansen stays in to punt the football here on 4th down. 4th and 9, according to the public address announcer. So we just want a good snap and a good punt here.
It'll be the second punt for Hansen. He will stand about 2 yards off of the end line, not the goal line, deep in the end zone. As the returner back here for Northern at the 38. Punt, nice punt over the head, and wow, it's going to bounce at the 48 in Blue Devil territory, or Northern territory, and take a roll down to the 38-yard line. So what a punt from Kurt Hansen.
That was a very opportune punt on the part of Kurt Hansen. Beautiful punt, well over the head of the punt returner.
55-yard punt, majority of that in the air. He just unloaded on that one. 55 and 44, that will help the average for him this year. So Northern now thinking they were going to get the ball and the field was going to be switched. The great punt. By the way, both teams punting has been great so far tonight. And with this, they'll take the ball at the 37-yard line to start their 5th possession of the ball game. Handoff. And stopped right away. Went to Robert Shelley.
Matthew Oberholzer once again on the stop, Greg. He's playing a good ball game tonight. Has several tackles already.
Both sides of the ball.
Able to knife through the line of scrimmage and make that play. No gain.
Over halfway through quarter number 2, this one moving quickly. 5:42 remaining in the half. It is a 14-0 lead for the Blue Devils. Ethan Bell comes to the near side. And Cromer goes to the wide side as they work from the middle of the field. Fake, action, play, throw, pass, caught. Nice pass and nice catch out there at the 46 in Blue Devil territory. Cromer makes the catch that time.
Fine pass, fine catch on the part of Krober on that play. First down for Northern.
I have them as their first reception, Ed. Is that about right? Their first reception? Or did they get another one before that? Their third.
All 3 to him.
All 3 to Cromer. I formation, splitting the wideouts. Read, the option read, the Blue Devils read it well. And they never blew the whistle. It looked like forward motion was stopped somewhere around the 45-yard line, but they're going to give him credit up to the 48.
Bobby Ryder blew that
43.
play up. Yeah, Bobby Ryder blew that play up early, and somehow the quarterback was able to wiggle away from him. Like you say, they didn't blow the whistle, and he picked up about 3 yards.
4:36 remaining. Northern has all 3 timeouts here in the opening half, as do the Blue Devils. Splitting the field in the I formation. double tight end. They're going to bring the halfback in motion to the near side. Two-step drop, throw, and a wide open receiver on the left side makes the catch and goes in for the first down. Ethan Bell this time.
Yeah, Ethan Bell was wide open there on the play. Another first down from Northern. They have a little drive going on here.
You know, it's interesting because if you're playing man-to-man, no one should be that open. I can see it in a zone defense, unless the Blue Devils have, and sometimes they do that blended defense with some man and some zone coverage. They're going to run out of that same alignment again with a double tight end, except they're going to bring the receiver over to the near side, which is the wide side of the field as they work from the right hash, moving right to left. Northern. Rubinson again is going to roll this way with everybody coming his way, looking to throw, and incomplete. Almost got a hand on it for the Blue Devils, but they did not. That was Clayton Hartman. 2nd and 10 now.
Clayton Hartman, good coverage here on the play.
Nothing fancy about that. They had everybody rolling to the left side. Watching the clock here, 3:54 in this opening half. Blue Devils up 14-0. One to the left, one to the right. Two in the backfield in the eye. I don't know if he's calling an audible there, but Robeson yelling out to his wideout. Looked like a little motion on the left side, but no whistle. Heavy pressure, Blue Devils. He gets out of it, and he's still on his feet, still trying to rumble and stumble down the field. He gets to about the 30-yard line. Just can't bring him down when they get there.
Initial pressure there by 66 Andrew Scheller. I thought he had him in the backfield, and here again, Robeson was able to get away and gain. Well, he didn't gain anything, but the loss wasn't as much as it could have been.
It would have been about a 15-yard loss. Instead, it's only about 2. 3rd down and 12 now. And they take the initial timeout here. They have 2 remaining here on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com. You're listening to Blue Devils Football with Greg Hoover and Mike Montadoro on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back after the timeout. Blue Devils on defense as Northern out of the shotgun again. Dropping, looking to pass, heavy pressure, gets it off. If that's a catch, it's a beautiful catch, and it was. Wow, nice catch by Northern on that play.
That's 42, Greg, and I don't see a 42.
I don't have that number down. There is a flag out on the outside before that happened. Well, Vern, news from the James Buchanan Waynesboro game, and it is motion against the Polar Bears, so that will negate that play. James Buchanan, after the end of 1, winning 14-12.
I hear that, Greg.
Not thrilled about that, are you?
Nothing surprises me anymore.
How they played so well against East Pennsboro, and though I tell you what, James Buchanan, great game last week against the Blue Devils. I'm not so sure we were at our best, but they didn't help. They helped themselves tremendously.
They did. We helped keep them in the game,
Yes.
but I tell you what, they took advantage of everything.
Yes, they did.
They played a wonderful football game.
3rd down and 17 now after the motion penalty. 2nd of the ball game for Northern. Fumble on the snap, and down he goes wisely. As big Bobby Ryder was coming in there. Stoliber was seeing some chance to pounce upon someone, and with that, just a loss on the play and brings out the punting unit for the Northern Polar Bears.
Bad snap on the shotgun, and yes, he made a very wise decision. There's about, about 550 pounds of
Yeah,
football players coming at him.
please don't hurt me. I think
Don't
was
hurt
what
me.
he was saying.
Don't hurt me.
Hanson back. That means Blue Devils have everybody up trying to go over the block. Here comes Sprague. He gets it off though, and the punt's going to bounce at about the 30, then take a big roll in favor of Northern down to the 2-yard line. Wow, the punts have been tremendous.
Deja vu all over again.
Yeah, Greencastle with, again, Ed, 43 yards or 40 yards. I think I missed the C word there. 40 yards on the punt, and now it goes to the Greencastle 3-yard line. 3 timeouts, 2:14 left on the clock for the Blue Devils. They lead this one by 2 scores, 14-0. And see what happens here. Deep in the territory again. Greencastle really hasn't started well. There's some motion. It looked more like it's going to be against the Blue Devils.
Half the distance to the goal is not very far in this case.
Yeah, so you can say it's not a really big penalty for yardage wise, but it's about 1.5 yards. Unfortunately, it brings up first and 11.5 to be honest. So
Spencer Myers is going to be taking the snap while standing in the end zone.
Yeah, very close to it.
Very close to it.
Blue Devils will put receivers on both sides of the field and 2 running backs in the backfield, both to the right, quarterback keeper, and Myers gets a couple yards on it. It was a very effective play last week as he was able to score twice against the Rockets.
It was an effective play, and rather than risk a handoff in this situation, I think it was a prudent call.
Myers now, usually you see Myers when he's close enough, he comes over to Coach Floor to get the offensive assignment, but now he's just standing and taking the signals in. Same alignment, slot to the right. This time it's going to give to the fullback, and make sure we know which one that is.
Graham again. Tyler Graham.
Graham, the fullback. Just looking here. Coming up at halftime, we'll try to update you on all the scores that we possibly can. We'll take a look at the schedule going around the area and what's coming up next week, and also Ed will update us on the stats from the first half of play, and we'll have a little discussion on the big game next week if Blue Devils hold on to this one. This is Graham again, stopped at the line of scrimmage and going to be shy of the first down on that 3rd down play. Unless they do the same as they did for Northern, they are giving them first down.
Northern called a timeout here
to
save the clock. 1:01 left in the first half of play.
I thought they were going to give him a first down on that one, which would be fair. It was about the same distance as the last one. Second timeout for Northern. That means they'll have 1 to work with, but they want the ball back with about a minute to go and can't blame them for that.
Probably be coming here on this punt rush.
Hansen has hit 2 punts of monster proportions for 44, the first one, 55, the second one.
I don't know what it is about this place, Greg, but that polar bear always scares me. He's got an orange shirt on.
He's got an orange shirt on. Come on.
Shirt. Well, it's bear season.
It is bear season, so yeah, right. And he wants to be safe in case he goes hunting. Hansen will stand in his end zone again, not as deep as the last time. The Blue Devils will try to get the ball out of here. Receiver standing at the 50. No rush on that, and he's going to kick away, and it's fumbled, and a loose ball, still loose, but covered by Northern, I believe. That is the signal at the 44-yard line. You know what? Ill-advised to pick that one up. It was a line drive, and he tried to catch it on the shoestrings and just couldn't do it.
He wanted to field it in the worst way. That ball was laying out there. They're very, very fortunate to recover the football.
So not as long as the last punt certainly didn't go 55 yards, but it went 35 and did the trick to get him out of some trouble there. So here comes the defense with 51 seconds to work. The offense, 3 to the right, or 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Spread offense, quick pass to the backfield. That looked like it would have been a lateral. It is caught, but right away.
Matthew
Overholser didn't let him go anywhere. Would you have called that a lateral? Yeah, thought so too. It went not straight across. It went behind the receiver. So same alignment working out of the 2-minute drill here. 26 seconds. They got 1 timeout left and taking a lot of time to get the snap off here. Here it is. Looking to throw across the middle. Blocked
Bobby Ryder.
Yep. Blocked.
76 got the big paws.
Blocked.
76 got the big paws up there and knocked that pass down. 15.5 seconds remaining in the half.
Now they do have the clock stopped at this point in time. Northern started out at their own 46-yard line. And if they get one off quickly, they can certainly call the timeout. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Spread offense again. Left hash mark working right to left here. Clock will start on the snap, and there it goes. Look at the pass again. Heavy rush, throw downfield. A lot of people down there. And they make the catch.
Unbelievable.
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 Couldn't tell what was taking place there.
Mike Kearney on the reception.
Wow, and they get the first down, and they will call the timeout.
4 players in the vicinity of football that time, and somehow Kearney came up with the ball.
Well, it looked in a sense like a Hail Mary.
It did.
And it had the same effect as a Hail Mary. And Coach Taninis going out to talk to his defense. The headphones come off, not in a soft manner, as you always can tell when he's a little upset about that.
Would be a 33-yard field goal attempt from this position on the field.
We haven't seen the kickoff was not. I'm not going to say we didn't see that ability during the kickoff. Let's say that they've only kicked off once. That was the opening kickoff of the game, which means the Polar Bears will have the ball to start the second half. And it's amazing how many times this year Greencastle's had the opening drive, and how many times on the opening drive, just like this time, they have scored.
Right down the field and scored.
Spread offense again. This has not been a good offense for the Blue Devils to defend. They have struggled against the spread. Looking to pass quick, timing pattern thrown up. No one in between 2 receivers. No one there.
Pressure by Anthony Dunnigan that time. He was in the backfield, rattled the quarterback a little bit. That pass was, there's no one there, like you said.
Well, they're going to take the opportunity to take a field goal here, Vern, as they bring in Adian Alves, 5'10", 157-pound sophomores. They have a lot of youngsters in their lineup. And he is a left foot kicker, which works out well for him as it is from the left hash. Snap is down, kick is up. It went through the uprights. They get 3 on the board.
Kicked that with authority.
Yeah, the 33-yard field goal puts them on the scoreboard with a mere 2 seconds left. We will keep it here, but take the opportunity to tell you that we will take the opportunity to tell you that this broadcast is brought to you by the investment and trust experts at F&M Trust. Point your future in the right direction with smarter retirement planning from F&M Trust. For more than a century, we're provided members of the community with personal guidance and expert financial management solutions. We can do the same for you to reach your goals tomorrow. Schedule your free, no obligation retirement review at F&M Trust today. Blue Devils now will receive the kickoff.
F&M Trust, of course, taking very good care of the Greencastle Anthem Education Association.
Well, they have. They have given money to the foundation and the scoreboard at the at Kelly Field. They that is theirs, so to speak. They got the naming rights. So going to think about a 46-yard drive and about 4 plays or 5 plays with the field goal. So it is that occurring at the 2.6 mark. Kickoff in the middle somewhere, picked up by the Blue Devils and trying to get around the outside and not going to go anywhere was Vochel. And that brings the first half to a close. The Blue Devils scoring twice, and with the exception of the late field goal in the case of the Polar Bears, the Blue Devils lead this one by a score of 14-3 as we head to halftime, and right here on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Football season is here, and Klein Tours has your ticket and bus transportation to NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agency. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsides.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on midpennbroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on midpennbroadcasting.com.
You're listening to Blue Devils Football with Greg Hoover and Mike Montadoro on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Tonight's halftime show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, at 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. Greg Hoover, Vern McCauley, thanks for joining us. We are at the half. Blue Devils lead this one 14-3 here on a late field goal from Northern, as they were able to take a big pass play and turn that into 3 points. Ed, the Blue Devils again looked really good in the opening drive, took it down for a score. Looked like this was going to be one of those games, and yet only managed 2 scores. They had the one drive, the first one 5 yards or 5 plays, 65 yards. Hines from 1 yard out, and then the other one was a 3-yard, 12 plays, and Matthew Oberholzer with the touchdown. The field goal, or excuse me, the extra points were good. So, your thoughts here early on in the ball game?
Well, the difference is they haven't had good field position since then. Northern's had the field position, and they've had a couple good punts that kind of pinned Greencastle back. So the big thing is they got to turn that field position around, and I think they can do some more things.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that the punting would be the key to this ball game, but it certainly has been to this point, and both punters doing well.
Yeah, Justin Markle for Northern, his punts are 38, 43, 43, and 40, and 2 of those were inside the 5.
Yes.
And Kurt Hansen for Greencastle are 43, 55, and 35. And one of the 55-yarder really got him out of there. Plus, he put him on a 2 once.
That's right. Yes. So it has been a punter's game here. In fact, if you were giving the early players of the game, both punters would have to receive it. 14-3, as we mentioned. You have some other stats for us here.
Both teams have 5 first downs. Greencastle has 19 rushes for 61. They've done a great job on defense against the run. Northern 16 attempts for 4 yards. Passing Greencastle's 2 out of 4, no interceptions, 56 yards. Northern 5 out of 13, no interceptions for 78. So the total offense is 117 for Greencastle and 82 for Northern. The only leaders really James Hines for Greencastle, 10 carries for 33, and Jake Cromer for Northern, 3 catches for 30 yards.
But it has been the Achilles heel coming in. With really, the Blue Devils thought they had a very strong secondary, but some injuries have depleted that a little bit, and it has been the pass plays that have hurt the Blue Devils, not just this week, but in the weeks prior.
Well, and you can see I don't think Northern is normally that much of a passing team.
No.
They would rather do the power football thing, but clearly that's not working tonight. So I think they probably were going to go to it anyway, but once they got stuffed a few times, they almost had to.
Yeah,
so we'll see more of that, I'm sure.
Well, I think they're in. One of the defense or offenses that really give the Blue Devils some trouble is the spread offense, and 3 wide and 3 to the one side, 2 to the other side has certainly done the trick. The Blue Devils so far this year, it has been pretty amazing. Rushing yards against them per game, according to the stats from the public opinion, is 53.9 yards per game. That's impressive.
That's very good.
It is, but they have given up 136 yards in passing for a total of 188 yards.
Yeah, they've been burning on some big plays, obviously.
Well, it has been. You go back to the East Pennsboro game, and it was it was 2 big pass plays. If they don't complete those pass plays, and they don't win the ball game, obviously, and it's a different type of situation. So anyway, the Blue Devils lead this one 14-3, and defense has played well, only giving up that last-minute field goal, and we'll see what happens here. When we come back, we're going to take a look at next week's opponent with Ed Gottwals. We're going to talk a little bit about Waynesboro and how they will how that game should fare out on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Insurance companies that want to spend a gazillion dollars on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Brothers Pizza is a proud supporter of the Greencastle Blue Devils. Brothers Pizza offers a full menu, and breakfast is served 7 days a week. Don't forget Brothers Pizza for your next football party or special event. Our menu selection is great for football parties, birthdays, and other special occasions. Dine in, carry out, and delivery. 50 Pine Drive, Greencastle, next door to Comfort Inn. Phone 597-5322 or order online at mybrospizza.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye
Joe, I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Welcome back. We're at the half. Joining me is Ed Gottwals, who has some score updates we're going to get to. But just to let you know what's going on here, it's 14-3. Blue Devils are up on top. A lot of Gary Klein on the road. They're up at Carlisle tonight as the Thundering Herd in Chambersburg is playing. And you probably have a score from that one and a few others. So go ahead, Ed.
At halftime, Carlisle leads Chambersburg 26-0. I think they scored in their first two offensive plays, if I remember the tweet in there. Shippensburg and Big Spring in the battle for the Little Brown Jug is 0-0 at halftime. And Waynesburg just got a safety, so they are now tied with James Buchanan 21 all.
21 all.
Still in the second quarter.
Wow. That just amazed me. We're going to go back to that topic right there is Waynesboro. Waynesboro with the
when have we ever talked about Waynesboro this much?
I know. We've never talked about Waynesboro in Waynesboro football in the last couple of years, well, last decade. And, you know, they came onto the scene with some I don't know what the term I'm even looking for, but Fabroso or something like that, where we're going to
new words. We need new words for
we'll
this.
pick it up. Yeah, we'll make up words as we go along, and they were going to be really good, and they were working very hard. That is by way of fact. They did work very hard. They came out and not that Kennerdale was the team you want to, because Gettysburg put 75 or 81 up against them last week. So you knew. Okay, so Kennerdale's not that good, but then the wheels fell off second week when they lost to Biglerville, and then it got worse in that fiasco at Gettysburg. But since that time, they haven't been stellar until last week.
Well, they just really they're a picker's nightmare because you just never know which one's going to show up.
Yeah.
I don't. You're looking at next week. I'm really going to be very interested in that game.
Yeah.
Because Waynesboro clearly has some firepower and they can score on anybody. I mean, they even scored 3 touchdowns on Cedar Cliff. So they've definitely got some skill players.
They gave up 60 points. But nevertheless,
I think that's going to be a battle of wills because you have Greencastle trying to play one style and Waynesboro obviously trying to play the other. It'll be fascinating.
Well, what bothers me the most is that we do not play well against the spread, and that's what they're going to throw against us. There's no doubt about that. Connor Federhoff has had a great year, despite the picks. But it's like in basketball. If you're the point guard, you are going to lead the team in turnovers because that's your job. And if you're playing a spread offense and you're passing all the time, your interceptions are going to go up.
Plus, you got to remember he didn't play last year.
Yeah, that's
right.
So
that's kind of a credit to him that he's been able to do as well as he has without even playing last year.
Yes, they just really have a lot of talent that can hurt you and hurt you quick. They have the quick strike ability, but yet the Blue Devils have that defensive line that can wreak havoc into any offense.
Yeah, I just think it's probably been a while since that rivalry has been really heated.
Yeah,
I think it's been ratcheted up this year just by words and actions before anything happens on the field.
I think so too. I think that it's always it is. I don't know, back in the days, I guess you rode to the other towns and said things, at the local hangouts. And now you just put it on social media, Twitter, and out it goes, and everything becomes very uptight in a big hurry. So, well, something to look forward to. You going to cover that ball game next week?
That'll be Lizzie.
Oh, okay.
She gets all the good Franklin County games.
Well, wait a minute.
Hey, no, that's all right. She's the lead football writer.
Okay.
She just
I was just going to say, who's in charge down there?
Well, if I had to pull one out, I could do that.
I know you could.
But she asked for this one a long time ago.
Okay. Well, it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, and Lizzie does a great job covering football, and she loves the game and she loves the high school football games that are going on in Franklin County. So we thank you for that coverage. So should be a lot of fun next week. But the Blue Devils have a ball game here. They got to try to win. They are up by a score of 14-3 now at the half, and they got to come out and look to play some decent football in the second half here to pull out and keep their hopes alive of everything. We'll be right back with more of the halftime show on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
When you're ready to break away from the routine and step into a hassle-free world of fun and adventure, Klein Tours is the partner you need to make fantasy a reality. For more than 20 years, Klein Tours Incorporated has taken care of all the details for people traveling from the four-state region of South Central Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia area. Whether you're looking for a 1- or 2-day tour to the bright lights of New York City or the fun and excitement of Atlantic City, we've got you covered. And we offer special bonus packages so you can get more for your hard-earned dollar. Klein Tours is not only your source for major sports events and tickets to Broadway shows, we also offer multi-day air trips to destinations like Las Vegas and New Orleans. Subscribe to our newsletter for travel updates, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Our online travel center features real-time availability and purchasing is easy. Tours can also be reserved by phone at 717-597-5997.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
14-3 at the half, Greencastle leading. And tonight's halftime show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. Well, Vern, you missed it. You didn't get to, maybe you did, chime in a little bit on what you think next week will be about. And I don't want to bypass this ball game because it's 14-3. Blue Devils and Northern both need to win. But the Blue Devils need to win this one to keep their district hope alive and also their chance for a Colonial Division title alive. So it is a very important game. But next week, Indians come to town. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's going to be crazy. Ed just gave us another scoring update. Waynesboro is up 28-21, even as we speak. Yeah, I've been talking about Waynesboro. My son reminded me several times this week that the game this week is against Northern.
Yes.
This is the most important game of the week. We can talk about Waynesboro next week. But I spent some time this week looking at film of the Northern Waynesboro game and Northern and Shippensburg and another Waynesboro game. I'm not sure who they played. They have a very interesting football team. They're very dynamic. And like I said early on, when they're good, they're very good. When they're bad, they're very bad. But the interesting thing that I saw, they go with the no huddle, hurry up offense. They run a lot of plays. We're going to have to be ready. We're going to have to be well rested. The average number of plays in a Greencastle game this year, I know you probably know this, it's 142. Okay. The average number of plays in a Waynesboro game is 207.
Wow. I didn't know it was that much
It's a big
difference.
difference. It's a big difference. And now that's, special teams, punch,
Sure.
kickoffs, and extra points and so forth. But they keep it moving. They keep it moving. Coach Marion calls the plays from the sidelines. Looks like you're watching a college team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They go to the line of scrimmage. They take the set position, and everybody stands up, and they check with him again. He calls the play. It seems to be very organized. Okay. The thing that I was probably the most surprised, when you think of Waynesboro, you think of the passing game because you look at the gaudy numbers by the quarterback. Very balanced, 50-50, running the pass.
Yeah.
Running
Well,
the pass.
Marion's brother has over 1,000 yards total passing and rushing, so they certainly have a well-balanced team. That is next week. We're going to worry about, as your son would say, the assistant coach down there in the booth, it's time to go back to Greencastle Northern, and the kickoff goes down to the 23-yard line, returned up to the 33-yard line. Robertson with a great hit there, and that's where they'll take over. This is possession number 1 in the second half. And for them, it's number 7 of the ball game.
Be a good time here for a 3-and-out for the Blue Devil defense. Certainly don't want to get have Northern get anything established here in the second half.
Northern in the dark jerseys, Blue Devils in the away whites. Moving right to left, the Polar Bears are from the shotgun. 3-step drop, looking to pass, thrown across the middle. Intercepted by Sprague at the 42-yard line. Around the left side to the 30. Still on his feet as he crosses down to the 20 and finally brought down at the 22-yard line. And that was better than a 3-and-out.
That was much better than a 3-out. Sam Sprague wide open.
He was. It was like he was the intended receiver.
He was the only receiver in the area and hit him right between the numbers. God love him. But Sam with an excellent return, almost had a block in the back. But we're down about the 16-yard line, and we need to get a touchdown here, not just a score. We need a touchdown.
Now you're right. Need the touchdown. That's Sprague's first touch or interception of the season, the fourth for the Blue Devils, as they'll come out in that formation with one to the right. And Myers will roll to our right, looking to come across and throws it and completes the pass down inside the 5-yard line to Sam Sprague.
Fine throw, well conceived play, good fake. Spencer Myers carried out the fake exceptionally well. Sam was wide open, good play, first and goal.
First and goal.
Football is about the 4-yard line, 3-yard line.
It's just going to be a keeper, and he's across. Just stretched out and got in. Myers picks up another touchdown for the Blue Devils and another touchdown for himself.
That long body of his, he just leaned forward and stretched out, and it was a touchdown. Good line surged by the interior offensive line for the Blue Devils once again. Huge turn of events here.
That was big. The extra point brought to you by Remax Premier Executives, the State Line Lowest Bear agent. Phone 717-597-2777. Try to make it 3 on the night for Hanson. Low snap, Sprague picks it up, kick is up and good. The Blue Devils have quickly extended this one to 21-3, and right here on the F&M Sports Network and MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
For Spencer Myers, that's his fourth running touchdown of the season. He has thrown 6 touchdowns, and 3 of those have come in the last 2 weeks as he takes that over from just about 2 yards away. It was a 2-play drive, 22 yards in total, as Myers connected with Sprague to open up that play. After the Sprague interception of Northern, the kickoff is returned to the 36-yard line, and Northern will have it deep in their territory again. Last time on the first play, they threw the INT.
Jack Lindemann on the tackle there on the kickoff for the Blue Devils. Fine special teams play by Jack.
I formation in the backfield as Robeson goes up under center, 2 to the right, and they'll work from the left hash mark. Handoff goes to the big fullback Shelley. Shelley straight up the middle, and this one on the dive, it goes up to the 39 yards.
Stopped in there by a host of Blue Devil defenders, led once again by Tony Dunnigan in the middle.
3-yard gain, 11:05 here in the third quarter. Didn't take long for the Blue Devils to get the ball back and score after giving up a little momentum on the field goal in the end of the half.
Appreciate you asking me to be here, Greg. I originally planned to be in Baltimore for the Oriole game tonight.
So
it was postponed to next October.
Yes, it was. He had some free time, I see. I formation again. Handoff goes to Shelley again. Shelley just barrels his way up the right side. I'm going to give him a first down for sure this time.
Outstanding effort by Shelley. He's a hard-running back for Northern.
Well, last time, Vern, you did a game with me. Oh, my goodness.
They didn't give him a very good mark.
They didn't give him that one that time. I guess we're even.
Okay.
It goes both ways. So third and a short yardage for the Polar Bears. 2 to the left side, working out of the I formation. Shelley is the up back in this one. They're going to run the read option, give it to the first man, and he's not going to get the first down.
Matthew Eberholzer defensively for the Blue Devils.
Great stop. And that was Geezer, the ball carrier, 4th down. And
yeah, Greg, the last time we did a game together went into overtime.
Well, it was the turning point
of the Gettysburg football team.
Well, of the Civil War also, because it was at Gettysburg. But it was a turning point for Gettysburg football. You're right. And for the Blue Devils, we sort of went downhill after that one. But Gettysburg really didn't. They're going for it on the keeper. Oh,
didn't get it. Whoa!
They did not get it.
Matthew Eberholzer once again in the middle. Fine effort, along with Dunnigan. Eberholzer and Dunnigan.
Wow. Big. You could just feel the momentum at this point in time, just going straight out of Northern.
I know I'm not supposed to share that much emotion on the webcast, but that was a great play.
That was a great play. That was a great play. It's just my left ear that went numb there for a moment. That's all. Blue Devils have the ball now at the 45-yard line in Northern Territory. First and 4, first down. Myers play action rolling, fires, completes the pass to Sprague. Nice shoestring catch by Sam Sprague at about a yard shy of the first down.
Outstanding catch by Sam Sprague on the play. Good pursuit on Spencer Myers. He didn't have a lot of time, had to throw the ball, and Sprague made an outstanding grab. Very close to first down marker.
Second down situation for the Blue Devils. Myers, I formation. We haven't seen that much this year out of the Blue Devils. Slot to the left as they work from the right hash mark, and they're going to give it to the tailback, and he's going to get the first down. But I tell you what, it took a little bit of an effort for the Blue Devils before Hines was able to get across the line.
James Hines, good individual effort there to get the first down. First and 10 from the 35-yard line.
So Blue Devils have defensively here in the opening of the second half come up with an interception and 2 2 first down stances with a yard to go. They stopped them both times and turned the ball over on downs to get it back. Isolation back in the backfield, wings on both sides, and Myers looking to throw. Fires, Sprague again, dropped the ball, incomplete. He got hit hard right away. Great defensive play from number 86 of Northern.
Sam didn't have a lot of room there to work with in the first place. Was not able to hang on to the ball. Come back and do it again.
Second and 10. Clock at 8:22. 21-3 is our score. As I mentioned, we don't have a really good angle to get you the scoreboard up on our video screen. So you'll have to go with us telling you the score and the time. Try to do that more frequently because of that. Play action. Throws out here, coming out of the backfield is Oberholzer. Oberholzer just barrels his way down to about the 21-yard line and the first down.
Fine effort once again by Matthew Oberholzer. Playing an outstanding football game tonight.
Oh, really?
Both sides
Both
of the line
sides.
of scrimmage.
He may replace the punters as the most valuable player here. Originally, we were going with the punters, but...
we didn't bring all of our fans here tonight, but we did bring the vocal ones.
Yes, we did. Right below us here, as we are again on the visitor side. Visitors press box. I formation for the Blue Devils. Slot right. Gives the ball to Hine. He gets hit right away. Lucky to get anything out of the play.
Good penetration by the defensive front of the Northern Polar Bears that time. Hines had nowhere to go.
Actually, they're going to say a loss of 1 on the play. But still at the 25-yard line. Sprague comes to the near side in the wing position. They're going to send Silva wide to the left. 2 in the backfield, Myers under center. Play action, rolling left. Going to keep it, has a little slot to run in. Nice run, down to the 15, to the 10, and tripped up inside the 10, down near the 5-yard line.
Excellent decision that time on the part of Spencer Myers. Everyone seemed to be covered on the play, and he tucked the ball in and took off with it. Fine run. First and goal once again.
Second first down of the drive. And so they are a mere 8 yards away from another score. And that will match their, if they would be so fortunate, match their output of the first half here in the first couple minutes of the second half. Ball goes to Oberholzer, second touchdown of the night as he travels in from 8 yards out for the Blue Devils score.
Matthew Oberholzer. Outstanding effort, outstanding football game. This is taking the life out of Northern.
Oh, I tell you, the interception did, and then the stopping him on 4 really did. They couldn't get a yard. 2 plays to get a yard, couldn't get it, Vern. That's a tough one. And now the Blue Devils come back and score. Hansen will come in, try to make his 4th extra point of the night. Almost blocked, but it's going to go wide to the right. No good on that play. But nevertheless, the Blue Devils open up a bigger lead. It is now 27-3 in favor of the Blue Devils right here on the F&M Trust Sports Network, on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Football season
Jason
is here,
Kabler's
and Klein Tours has your ticket and bus transportation to NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agency. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
This is Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils football on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Sixth place, 48 yards, or 46 yards, and the touchdown by the Blue Devils. Kickoff down to the 20 and brought back up to the 32-yard line. Special teams playing well tonight. And you know, Vern, when you do something like the Blue Devils have just done, scored twice in a row, you can see the energy level picking up just a tad.
You can see the energy level on the Blue Devils side picking up, and you can see the Northern energy level depleted just a bit. It's going to be a big drive for them. They need to come out here and make a statement right now.
Yeah, that they do, as they're going to operate from the 32. And Zed and I talked earlier in the halftime. Field position was detrimental to the Blue Devils, but that has switched, and now the opposite is true for the Northern. Quick out pass and off the helmet, little overthrown for the intended receiver that time. I think that it was catchable, but Bell could not bring it down.
Robeson had plenty of time on that play, no penetration on the part of the Blue Devils, but just missed his mark.
At the 32 again. And as we mentioned, the Blue Devils need to pick up the victory tonight. East Pennsboro has a bye. Or not a bye. They're out of the league. They don't have a bye. They have
Bishop McDevitt.
Which is not a bye by any stretch of the imagination. Nice pass and completed out here to Bell. That time he hung on to it, and he gets the first down.
Slung to the ground by Sam Sprague on that play. Good for a first down for Northern. Nice pass by Robeson that time.
I think basically for East Pennsboro, they're traveling along. They're 6-0. They run into Game 7. Waynesboro thought they might have a chance at that one and lose that one big, and then they got to turn around and play maybe the best team in the state, AAA, and Bishop McDevitt certainly in the district. And so they'll be down and out a little bit. There's another one of those pass behind the line of scrimmage, but this one is complete. It's also to Kearney. Kearney around the left side and finally brought down by the Blue Devils as he picks up major yardage on that little play.
Matthew Chrisman on the force out on the pass play. Very good game for Northern.
And they get a first down out of it. It actually well designed. When the first man missed, it opened it up. Again, it's a dangerous pass because it is a lateral, not necessarily a pass.
You don't want to drop it.
No, you don't want to drop it and have it rolling free. So Northern now picks up a little energy. They are moving the ball as they started this drive with their own 32. And now down to the Blue Devils, 32. Robeson under center. Left-hander looking to throw. Timing pattern for the post, or for the flag. And it falls incomplete.
That was good that happened because Hansen never turned and looked for the ball. The receiver actually pushed him out of the way to try to get to the ball, but pass was underthrown just a bit.
6:27 here in quarter number 3. Blue Devils up 27-3. It was Northern kicking the last second field goal for the 3 points.
Exciting day of football tomorrow, Greg, in Fairfield. It's the Smurf Jamboree for Keystone Youth Football.
Oh, there
don't
you
wanna,
are.
Don't want to miss that.
The Smurf Jamboree.
The Smurf Jamboree.
From the pistol. 2 in the left, or 2 in the backfield with him. Heavy pressure, and down he goes.
That's number 86 for the Blue Devils. That is Jared Stolliper on the play.
Another sack for the Blue Devils on that one. And just really, I don't know if anyone got a block on him or what, because he came in there. It really wasn't a coverage sack because he didn't have time to even look to throw.
He had no time for anything. Lost 8 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 18.
Sometime when we get real good, we'll have instant replay. We're not there yet.
We can look at it again.
Yeah. We're not there yet, but I'm working on it.
You're a professional broadcaster. I can only do one thing at a time. That would be a challenge.
Right,
that'd be a challenge for me.
Read option out of the pistol, but the Blue Devils stay home, play assignment football, and get the stop.
Luke Kago on the play for the Blue Devils, number 28.
Yeah, up from his safety position, and read that one well. And so 2 back-to-back losses after a big game. It brings up a 4th down and 21 for Northern, and they really had penetrated down into Blue Devil territory, down to the 32, and then this one. They're going for it. They got nothing to lose, I guess, at this point in time. They got to score to keep in the ball game, so Coach Mowry is going on a 4th and 21 situation. Right hash mark, 1 in the backfield, 3 to the left, and 1 to the right. Looking to throw, hits it across the middle, great catch, great pass, but it's going to be shy of the 1st down. And so it is a completed pass. They'll move the ball down a little bit, probably as good, maybe not as good as the punt as they have been punting, but the Blue Devils get it on downs.
Robeson gunned that pass in there. That was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Unfortunately from Northern, came up just a little short for the 1st down.
Well, the first time the Blue Devils have started in their own territory here in the second half. So they'll start from the 25 and have 75 yards to go for pay dirt. Blue Devils starting to see a couple of new shirts in there. Mateo Loeza. How you say it? You don't say it, do you?
No.
There's a whistle.
There's a whistle. Let me look at it. What number is it, Greg?
16, Vern.
Number 16, that would be Mateo Loeza. You're exactly right. You said that right.
He is at the wideout position. Motion penalty against the Blue Devils. And again, a lot of time to go, but you don't want to start doing that, you know?
Yeah.
I usually say how many Blue Devils been averaging. Got to look that up here. They have been averaging 7 penalties a ball game for about 56 yards. That was their 3rd of the evening. Myers on the play action. Now he has to scramble for dear life. Throws up here and did have a man there, but he wisely underthrew it, and it falls incomplete.
Good decision by Myers, able to get away from the defender and throw that ball near the receiver.
That's only Greencastle's 3rd penalty. I don't know if I mentioned that. And in this ball game, only for 16 and a half yards. There's been 4 penalties, 5 penalties in the game, and 4 of them have been motion penalties, 2 for Northern and the other 2 for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils did have a hold on that one, on a play also. Hansen to the near side. No one out on the far side. That'll be Sprague. No, excuse me. Coming in motion to the near side. Myers looking to throw down here. Oh, most caught. Again. Loeza.
Good effort. He almost came up with the ball.
He was in motion coming from the slot on the left. Falls incomplete. So 3rd down and 15 for the Blue Devils. And this one, Sprague will come back in the ball game. Greencastle now content. They have 2 things going in their favor, the score and the clock. Of course, the incomplete pass, the clock has been stopped. There's 4:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Myers looking to pass again. Fires down here to Hanson on a timing pattern. It's overthrown and incomplete. And Hanson will trot back in to do the punting.
Hanson had to step on the defender that time. That pass just a little bit long.
Blue Devils 4th down. Hanson in. He has had some great punts tonight. We mentioned.
Greg, you have electronic devices everywhere. You got a new voicemail message here. You got an iPod out, everything, and you have an egg timer.
An egg timer, yeah. That's the clock. That's the 3-minute line drive shot on the Hanson punt, and it's going to be fielded at the 45-yard line, and then taken back to about the 45-yard line, the 43-yard line, where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Fine tackle on the play. That's Nick Silva, 22 for the Blue Devils special teams play.
10th possession of the ball game for the Polar Bears. They've managed just 3 points here, as they will start in Blue Devil territory at the 41-yard line with 4:23 remaining in the third quarter.
We mentioned the Waynesboro game next week. Of course, that's senior night for the Blue Devils seniors. 18 seniors playing their final game at, for all intended purposes, at Cayley Field.
Yes, and most likely. Looking to pass, coming across the middle. He completes the pass, and then thrown down out of bounds is Kearney. And so again, the Blue Devils just giving up yardage in the pass. They can't run against them, but they certainly have been able to pass against them.
And if we're going to talk about it next week, which we're going to do, you got to be able to cover the pass against the Indians.
Well, that'll be the one that will be interesting to see. The Blue Devils will have to step up on the secondary defense. Spread offense, 3 to the left and 1 out to the right. They'll keep 1 in the backfield along with Robeson. Robeson is looking, wanted to lateral it out here, and his intended pass is just a little hard and overthrown for the intended receiver, Cromer, and it will be an incomplete pass.
Clayton Hartman covering on the play for the Blue Devils. 2nd down and 10 for the Polar Bears. Football is resting on about the 28-yard line. Beautiful night in Dillsburg.
It is, really.
We've been fortunate the last couple of years to have pretty good weather during the football season.
Yes, one year I can remember coming up here in a torrential downpour.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was purely ugly. We lost that ball game.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is a great night for football. Run that same formation as they did before from the center of the field. And just looking to throw. Fires across. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it was way short.
He threw a dart, and it wasn't anywhere near the intended receiver. It's going to be 3rd down now for the Polar Bears.
Blue Devils up this one 27-3. If they hang on, it will be a 6-2 record. If they can win out, an 8-2 should get them into district play. But the big question is they have to win out, and it's not easy with Waynesboro and Shippensburg both on the schedule. I am surprised Shippensburg and Big Springs were tied. I thought Shippensburg would have the upper hand in that one. The snap floating back a little bit, and again overthrown from Robeson. It's not a sharp pass.
It wasn't a sharp pass. Shippensburg's not a real good football team this year. I'm not sure how else to say it. They're really not.
But they beat York Northern last week.
Well, what's that tell you?
Okay.
There's a lot of mediocrity in the Colonial Division.
Yeah, well, there is, and that's why everybody is stuck at the top right now.
There you go, stuck at the top.
As the sometimes candid but never crude Vernon McCauley.
Well, it's better than being stuck in the middle with you.
Thank you for that. We digressed terribly. Robeson looking to the left, throwing his people all over the place, and almost another pick by Greencastle.
Clayton Hartman, fine defensive play, almost came up with the football.
Another switch on downs, and the Blue Devils take it over. Actually, not bad field position, but that was 4 down territory certainly for Northern at this stage of the game. Still got a quarter and 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go in this one. I think I said it was moving quite quickly in the first half. This one has slowed down a little bit.
We set a record in the middle school game Wednesday night for the first quarter. It was the quickest quarter I think I've ever seen.
No one passed.
No passes.
No passes. Once running back in the backfield, wing, play action. Oh,
Whoa.
and this time Northern read that one well.
Spencer Myers did not feel the pressure coming up on the backside, and pretty easy sack for 56 of the Polar Bears.
Yeah, looking to catch his name. That is Cale Walker. And so it brings up a 2nd and 17 for the Blue Devils here.
Blue Devil freshman team, as they call it, played Northern on Wednesday night, and Greencastle handled the Polar Bears pretty easily. Put a lot of points on the board.
Blue Devils come out. 2 backs in the backfield. Myers hands off to Hines. Hines still on his feet and gets up over the 20 to about the 23. Well, yeah, to about the 23-yard line.
I'm going to stand up again. I do better when I stand up.
The blood flows better to your head. Shippensburg leading Big Spring 7-0 on a quarterback sneak by Ty Gufferson. So there, Shippensburg over in Big Spring.
That's the Little Brown Jug game.
It is.
That's a big deal to them.
It really is. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's one of the great traditions of football in the area with that. Blue Devils straight back in the pocket, look at the pass. Fakes the pass, has pressure again, and back. No one's picking up the ends on this one, and the second sack, and that's going to bring up the punting team.
Well conceived play. Spencer Myers had Sam Sprague deep down the right sideline. If he had a little bit more time, could have possibly connected on the play. Good pressure by the Northern.
Hanson, wait till his team gets set. We'll punt again. We said he averages about 2 punts a game. He's doubled that here. Time on this one, gets it up in the air a little bit, back to the 48-yard line. It is taken there, and 2 down the right sideline, and finally knocked out of bounds by Hanson.
Hanson makes a lot of tackles, whether he's kicking off or punting. That might have been a touchdown saving tackle there.
Hartman and Hanson, and the ball will rest at the 29.
Andrew Sway's good on the punt return for Northern.
Well, Vern, I don't know if you saw, we talked about Gettysburg putting up an obscene amount on Kennerdale just last week as they scored 85 points. How you do that, I don't know. And it might have been one of those situations where they handed the ball off and no one could tackle them.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Warren Meadville. Did you see that ball game? 2 teams out of District 11.
79-78.
79-78. And the team that had the most yards didn't win.
Didn't win.
Hand off, this time to the fullback, Shelley, straight up the middle.
Got an injury.
Blue Devils can't afford that. It is a Blue Devil ball player that is down.
One of the linemen. Can't tell what the number is.
Well, in that ball game, as we look for the number, 1,554 yards of total offense. And Meadville had 800 or 799 of that. That is incredible. 79-78. So, that's a 22 touchdowns in 48 minutes. So every 2 minutes, someone was scoring in that one up and down the field. You have to laugh. What were the defense coordinators doing? Or were they playing 7-man football
were
on
they
defense?
Even there? Yeah.
From that, we still haven't got a number on that one.
No, we haven't, and unfortunately, it looks like a significant injury. Jared Stolliper, the injured Blue Devil on the play.
And that would be Blue Devils would be significant for personnel-wise, and certainly he's had a great season so far.
He's able to set up.
Yeah, that's good. It's always a good. Blue Devils coming into this one 17th in the district. They take the top 16 teams, and certainly, as we said, each and every ball game needs to be won by the Blue Devils. Nice round of applause for Stolliver. He's helped off on his own accord. I'd like to tell you that in 1 year, Waste Management.
Correction, that's 66, Andrew Scheller.
Oh, Andrew Scheller, yes. Okay. Coming off, still significant, but it's good to see him walk off. When you do business with waste management, you're not only getting outstanding waste services, you're also engaged with them in protecting the environment. To learn more about waste management, environmentally friendly technologies, and advanced innovations, visit www.wm.com. On behalf of Waste Management, Greencastle Hauling, best of luck to the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. So here's a second down situation. Ball on the 24, second and 5 facing the Bears. 1:21 left in the third quarter. They trail Greencastle 27-3. Shelley gets the call, bounces off the line and goes to his left a little bit and picks up some yardage.
Tony Dunnigan once again on the tackle for the Blue Devils. Yeah, Waste Management does a good job, Greg. That's my provider of choice. Apparently, they're picking up recycling in my neighborhood at 5 in the morning now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good for them. For you too.
Yeah. Every other Thursday, I don't have to set my alarm.
I formation, 2 to the left, and Shelley out of the up back position gets the call to go to the right side, down to the 15-yard line.
Stopped in there by a host of Blue Devil defenders, once again led by Sean Walk, one of the interior linemen. Don't call his name a lot, but he is a presence inside.
Well, that defensive line and some of them go both ways on that offensive line has been a key. But we mentioned that defensive line, really not a lot of yardage run against them this year.
No.
And most teams trying to look at the pass to do something. Going to work out of the pistol, and Robeson over and throws behind him. Oh, nice catch for the touchdown as they just really threw behind the intended receiver.
Ethan Bell, number 27, on the touchdown reception. Fine catch on his part.
So just when you thought maybe it was going to be a little bit more of a controlled ball game for the Blue Devils, Northern comes out and scores.
Certainly showing signs of life on that drive.
Yeah. 24-yard pass play. Robeson to Bell. And the extra point attempt for Alves, who has a field goal to his credit tonight. That is blocked.
Anthony Dunnigan.
Dunnigan with the block. That's Greencastle's getting quite inept at that. That's like they've had a block punt, a couple blocked extra points. And so, clock stopped with just 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is a 27-9 ball game now in favor of the Blue Devils. And Blue Devils just, again, getting that was a nice catch, nice play. Quarterback Robeson came to the left side. You normally, the runner's going across field, and suddenly he turns back and makes the catch.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great play.
Very good play. Very good play.
So
Dunnigan walking around the sideline showing the effect of blocking a kick. I'm sure that's not a pleasant experience.
No, not at all.
He's played a heck of a defensive game.
Well, except for the touchdown and the field goal, really, Blue Devils have been really playing excellent defense. They score here and cut the margin to 27-9. We'll get to switch the field here, but, it's not really that important. There's no wind blowing, and certainly not one way is better than the other. I would guess this is from west to east, if I have my directions right. Are they going to try the onside kick? Yes, they are. And loose ball once again, but I think the Blue Devils have it. A little slow on the whistle there from the officials, and Blue Devils did recover. That onside kick last week that James Buchanan did was about the most perfect onside kick that I've ever seen. The ball was like in slow motion. They caught up to it. They waited for it to get to the 10 yards up, and then pounced upon it.
Did it go 10 yards?
I think it did, Vern.
Okay, good.
I think it did. Yep. You're implying that you didn't think it did.
No, I just asked.
No, well, that was your implication.
I'm an impartial observer when I'm a public address announcer.
Yeah. When did that start? Is that something new this year? Myers rolling to the right, looking back to the left. Now has heavy traffic here. Ooh, that's got to be.
Nobody out there.
Yeah. No one there. Oh, there's a flag.
There's the flag. Yep.
Roughing.
No. No, it's grounding.
Is that grounding?
Yep.
It looked like it was grounding.
Yep.
Intentional grounding against the Blue Devils.
I mean, there wasn't anybody there. Lost it down on the play, and 2.2 seconds to go. They'll march that one off. It'll be the 15-yarder marched against the Blue Devils. So just their fourth penalty of the ball game. Again, below their 8 average. Blue Devils will put 2 receivers out to the far side of the field, the left side, and they'll give the ball to Hines. Hines trying to come up the middle, gets a little yardage on that one as the third quarter comes to an end here in Dillsburg. Greencastle Blue Devils up on top of this one, 27-9. Right here on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
You're listening to Blue Devils Football with Greg Hoover and Mike Montadoro on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Homecoming at Waynesboro, so they're just starting the third quarter. They still lead James Buchanan 28-7. Vern, you had an interesting point while we're off the air. If they play well and win out, they too will get a trip to districts.
Exactly. I'm looking at the schedule of the teams above Waynesboro in Quad A. And of course, it is Quad A, but they certainly would have enough points to at least get a 16 seed, if not 15.
Blue Devils come out throwing on that play to Myers to Volchel, and it'll bring up a punting situation again, as they're going to have to turn the ball back over. Hanson will punt. Slaysgood is deep, standing at his own 33-yard line. No one rushing. They're going to set up the return. The punt is high and good and caught at the 35-yard line.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And
I'm sorry. That was called not a block in the back. Clayton Hartman on the tackle.
The ball brought up to the 50-yard line. I wish we could show you that one in instant replay, too. That would be fun to watch. But nice open field tackle by Hartman that time to slow down the runner. He does bring it up to the midfield stripe. They'll take over. We are in the final quarter. 27-9. Blue Devils in charge here with 11 minutes and 13 seconds to go. I don't know which was worse, that one or the first down they gave them.
I said we brought our vocal fans with us.
Oh, we always do. We always do. I formation, 2 to the left and 1 to the right. They'll work from the right hash mark. In the dark jerseys, they are moving left to right on your computer screen. From the shotgun, rolling left, Robeson looking to throw, and he does, and completes the pass here at the 30 or 41-yard line, and that pass is completed. Ethan Bell again. We've heard that name quite a few times.
Sam Sprague defending on the tackle. Picked up about 9 yards on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and 1 for Northern. Football resting at about the 41-yard line of Greencastle Antrim.
So Waynesboro wins, Shippensburg wins, Greencastle wins, and East Pennsboro with the out-of-league game tonight. They'll still all 4 remain on top. Northern will, Northern's out of it anyway in a sense. So no one really changes anything in the standings if all come through. There's another pass to Bell, and this time Sprague hits him right away, but it is a first down for the Polar Bears. Ball will go to the 35-yard line.
Northern trying to get some rhythm here in the passing game once again. Got the ball down to the 35-yard line, got some things clicking offensively.
Well, they scored. Actually, they scored on their last possession. Again, would make it an interesting ball game if they were able to score again. Robeson changing up the his call. He has 3 receivers out to the left side of the field. From the gun, heavy pressure, throwing a timing pattern down here, and Hansen is there. Defensively, no one there to make the catch, and it'll fall incomplete.
Scoring update from the Shippensburg Big Spring game. Shippensburg picked off a pass, returned it for a touchdown. They now have a 14-0 lead.
Looks like the jug will stay in Shippensburg. Shippensburg had last 2 years excellent seasons for them, and they've picked up the jug both years. Not sure what the streak is. I'm sure they know the streak. Always thought it'd be nice to have something similar with some school, but I don't know what the, you can't use the jug. They already took it. There's only one jug. From the gun again, rolling to his left. He throws with his left. Throws upfield, completes the pass, and at the 22-yard line, this time to Kearney.
Clayton Hartman defending once again for the Blue Devils. First down. For the Polar Bears, football is at about the 22-yard line.
Well, the Blue Devils need to do something. That's another first down. They're going to score in their last 2 possessions. We're not. It does look like it is the starting lineup in there. So the defense who played so well in half number 1, who gave up just that field goal, is now looking at giving up a second touchdown in a row on offensive possessions from the Bears. They'll split one wide to the near side of the field, which is the wide side. They have 2 on that side, and working from a sideways eye, throwing out here, and Sprague, great defensive play as he was able to knock the ball away that time from Jake Cromer.
Good play on the part of Sam Sprague that time, as you say, Greg, knocking the ball away. That was a big play.
2nd and 10 still. Blue Devils, even after next week, still have to travel to Shippensburg. Always fun to play up at Memorial Park. Same formation with a running back, and they're going to give it to the running back, Kearney. Kearney trying to go around the left side, able to do so, and then chased out of bounds in about the 16-yard line.
Matthew Chrisman on the stop there for the Blue Devils. Greencastle able to stretch that play out. It's going to be a 3rd down.
Yeah, and an interesting 3rd down. Actually, if you don't get it the first down, I think it's 4-down territory. But I don't go for the field goal. I go for the touchdown because field goal really won't do them any good.
Well, if you get a field goal, it's a 10-point game.
No, not really.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong numbers. I wasn't a math major.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
Sorry about that.
Rolling to his left, throwing to his left, and almost a great catch. And there's Hartman there on the defensive end, and the ball falls in and out for the Polar Bears.
I can't come up with any combination to justify what I said, Greg. So.
Okay. Well,
all right.
Well, Vern, I know. I mean, I remember when you played ball for Greencastle many, many years ago, back in the 70s, and that's before they put a lot of emphasis on concussions. And so when you got the concussions, they kept sending you back in. And we're seeing the results of it now.
Yes,
so.
yes. There was one time in that particular game I actually went to the wrong team's huddle.
Still didn't know the play.
Still didn't know the play.
Almost a reception down there, but it is knocked down as Hurst is defending, but it was a 4th down situation. So the Blue Devils take over the football. The defense stands against the pass that time.
Good opportunity here for Greencastle to put a drive together, keep it on the ground, chew up some clock. 9:34 remaining in the football game.
Both teams with their all timeouts left. Again, I don't know that it would just be. You're right. I think you get some clock movement here. Use the clock and see what happens. Myers trying to get out of the hole. He throws out here to Hansen. Hansen on that quick hitter on the pass. He gets it. Gets up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. You went, oh boy, and I would agree with you, Vern. That is a dangerous pass that close down there.
Yeah, just when you think you got it figured out, they throw the ball.
And they throw a pass out on the outside, which if intercepted, there's no one to stop them.
You know, my dream, Greg, before I don't know what, is to be at the other end of Chuck's headphones.
Just to hear.
I would like to hear the comment on that play.
Oh, that's true. That's true. This is to Hines on the sweep around student body right, and he sort of tries to step over the defender who grabs his legs, and it's going to be close to that first down. Let's see if they make the call. Nope, they're going to say it's 3rd down and 1 on the spot at the 23-yard line.
Spencer Myers keeper.
It has been successful.
If we hold the form.
Well, that's 2 yards. Well, that's about what he averages on the keeper. Clock ticking away at 8:20, so not a lot of time off the clock on this drive if they're forced to punt it away. They are going to give it, I'm going to say to Graham. And
I don't think he got it.
No.
I don't think he got it.
So now they're going to have to punt away. And would give, you would think, turn the field over to Northern as the
punt returner's at his own 45, so
Yeah.
they should end up with decent field position. Takes a couple steps back.
They haven't been going after the punt. And a nice punt again back to about the 35-yard line. And coming around the right side toward us, you see. And now he's brought down right at the 45-yard line in Blue Devil territory. 41 yards on the Hansen punt, so he's been well over the 40 mark. He only had one under 40 so far in this ball game, and coming in averaging 33. Hard to tell a lot of times on the average because if you're trying to put it into the corners and keep it in out of the end zone, you sometimes don't get the full foot on it. But he has averaging 33 this game. He has stepped it up quite a bit. Of course, when you poke one about 55 yards, that's going to
does something for your
average.
confidence if
Yes,
nothing
it does.
else.
Well, they're going to spread the offense again. 5 spread, 3 left, 2 right. He'll come back into the shotgun formation. No, he's under center with that. That's unusual to do that. And he keeps it. Runs up the middle, has a little running room, and gets up to about the first down marker at the 35-yard line.
Sam Sprague on the stop. He's a little slow getting up after the play.
Dunnigan gets credit, too. They're going to be 1 yard shy of the first down. I think that was a well-designed and called play.
Yes, it was.
But you have to think if he's up under center next time, he's not going to drop back and pass. He's been working out of the gun all night. Here it goes, that same formation. 3 to the left to the wide side, 2 to the near side here, which is the short side. He'll go up under center. Greencastle showing a 3-man front. And that 3-man, led by Bobby Ryder, makes the tackle and gets a little help from Stolliver on that one. And Dunnigan.
And Andrew Scheller.
And Scheller.
Yeah.
Who went off injured there for a while, but came back in.
Good to see Scheller back in the game.
And Dunnigan. Actually, you got your whole front 4 coming in there. Made the play. So a 3rd down situation and 2 for the Bears.
That's what happens when you have one of your blockers split wide.
Yeah. It takes them away. Blue Devils last time were able to stop the drive. This time they're going to go to that full house backfield. 3 in the back and everybody out close. And they're just going to go student body left, Robeson running the ball. Greencastle steps up and makes the tackle. It might have been Hansen.
Kurt Hansen knifed in there. They did a good job defensively to stretch that play out. Hansen finished it off. Great effort by Hansen.
And that's going to put them a yard shy of a first down. That too, Vern, not a bad call. You know, you have everybody blocking. And looked like Robeson a little shaken up on that one. Clock now down to 5:18 in favor of the Blue Devils. They lead this one 27-9. Same formation. This time pitch to the right. They're going to give it to Curry, and they got him before
again.
he did. Yep.
Got him again. Good defensive effort by the left side of the defense. Who finished it off there? I believe that's Dunnigan.
Yep, it is.
Tony Dunnigan once again. Fine defensive effort.
I tell you what, it is. You can't run against the Blue Devils. You can't run. It'll be interesting to see, as you said, Waynesboro splitting 50-50 pass run, what they can do against this front four of Greencastle.
They have 3 talented running backs. Very impressed with the film that I saw of them this week.
Handoff goes to the first man through for the Blue Devils. That is Votrel. And Votrel will get about 6 yards, 5 yards exactly on the carry.
I don't get to watch these things on home games, Greg, but our mascot Blue does a great job. I see why he's so thin, or Blue. I guess Blue's a he. I don't know. Never stops.
No,
Never stops.
he doesn't. Nope.
Perpetual motion.
That's what a mascot's supposed to do.
I guess so.
He, she, we're never to know. We're never to know. 2 receivers to the near side. And they're going to give it to Votrel again, straight up the middle, running hard. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down, but again, Blue Devils keeping it on the ground, taking a little bit of time off the clock here as it goes to the 4:15 mark. Kennedy on the stop. Well, as we mentioned, doesn't get any easier for the Bears as they will travel to Lower Dauphin next week. Well, actually, it's here. And then they go to East Pennsboro to
That's
end
still
the
going to
season.
be a tough ball.
Yeah, it will be, wherever they play.
Larry Dolphin's got a good football team.
Keeper looked like it got stalled, but at the end, he was able to get the first down.
Second effort. Good spot. First down, Blue Devils. Clock running at 3:50.
And this was the drive you ordered last time.
Exactly.
And they did not go with it, but now they've decided to stay with this one. So
I have a 10 o'clock appointment in Chambersburg tonight. So
tonight?
I'd like to keep the clock running.
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to make it.
That'll be close.
On the way here, we had to come in a different way as Dillsburg's celebrating probably a fall festival of some sort that really shuts down the roads, this main street in Dillsburg. And so we traveled up through Gettysburg to get here.
If this is what they do for the festival, I can't imagine what it's like on New Year's Eve when they drop the
Drop
pickle.
the pickle, yeah. Oberholzer again, and a big run for him.
Move those sticks once again, Matthew Oberholzer, 10-yard run down to the 40-yard line.
There you hear the cheer, move those sticks. Blue Devils just content to keep it on the ground, and when you churn out 10 yards on first down, why not?
I never thought of getting to Dillsburg through Biglerville, but that is the slickest way I think I've ever seen. I'm not sure what you did.
Well, we did come through Gettysburg. Biglerville would have been a better choice.
Yeah, you don't have to do the circle unless you're going to the pub.
Well, no. This is, again, Oberholzer, yes, left side. And the Blue Devils content just to grind up about 2 or 3 yards, keep the clock running. 2:40 to go in this one. They lead at 27-9. It all does look like the Blue Devils will come away with yet another victory here in this season and run their record up to 6-2 and 3-1 in the league, and still keeps them in contention for that league championship.
Not just successful in the football field for the Blue Devils. Big weekend. And
Hine with some running room around the right side and gets down for the first down until the 25-yard line, maybe even the 24. Ball popped loose, but the official said the ball was on the ground.
Good run by James Hine. I thought he was going to break away.
Yeah.
Like I started to say, the boys soccer team has a play-in game for districts tomorrow, 1 o'clock at Cayley Field.
Yep.
Monday, the JVs play host to Northern at 4, and at 7, the girls soccer team plays who?
York Suburban. York Suburban. It's a great couple days of athletics at Greencastle. Oberholzer churning his way upfield as he goes over the right side and gets down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And it is another first down. Blue Devils would have an opportunity to get another fresh set of downs as they're at the 12.
Of course, all of our stats, information, scoring updates brought to you by the Public Opinion tonight with Ed Gottwalsh here with us. If Public Opinion, if you don't get it, you don't get it.
You work for them now? If you don't get it, you don't get it.
You don't get it.
This is Hines. Hines, he just refuses to go down. There is 5 purple jerseys there. And Oberholzer helping out a little bit to push him in. Hine gets down to about the 11-yard line.
Good effort. I tell you what, Greg, we've left Dillsburg disappointed many a night.
Yes, we have.
This is not going to be one of them, but this can be a tough place to play, especially when the former coach
Rick
Mock was here. He just always seemed to have an ear in our huddle. He always knew what we were going to do.
Well, like I said,
very well prepared.
He had everybody up, and they got everybody up in the box right now trying to stop the run. Oberhalser gets hit right away. And, I knowing Chuck, he's very content to let it go at this. The 27-9 score is good enough for him.
Yep.
And wouldn't be surprised if we don't see another score coming out of the Blue Devils here in the next couple of minutes, just because they don't really need to. The Blue Devils will pick up a win here for sure. 22 seconds. They'll take the knee, and that will conclude the ball game here tonight. Blue Devils will win this one 27-9 over the Northern Polar Bears. We'll be back with the post-game show right after these words on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Hey, insurance companies that want to spend a gazillion dollars on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Blue Devils on top of this one from Northern as they pull out yet another victory here tonight, 27-9. Greg Hoover, Vern McCauley. Vern, first of all, thanks for joining me here tonight. And now your record goes to 1-1.
Yes, it does. You know, now we have a chance to talk about the keys to the game.
The three keys to the game.
The keys to the game. Focus. We eliminated penalties. We eliminated mistakes. We finished our tackles. We tackled really good tonight defensively, and we owned the line of scrimmage.
Now, you're absolutely right. All those things did come into play. The Blue Devils did a really great job of tackling. And I think you're right. We didn't have as many penalties. Unofficially, we had 4 penalties. One was a grounding penalty, and one was a holding penalty, and 2 motion. That is a plus for the Blue Devils. And I think you're right. The line was obvious. The line was just in charge.
And now that this game is finally over, we can start talking about Waynesboro. It's
We
okay to
can
do that
we
now.
can. But at one point before that, I think
Go
the
ahead.
turning point in this ball game came right in the beginning of the second half.
Yes.
Blue Devils kicked off the Northern. One play later, Sam Sprague intercepts the pass that was thrown right to him, and the Blue Devils score. And then they hold him on a 4-and-out, and they score again, and the game's over.
That certainly was the turning point, Greg. We did have a couple 4-and-outs for the defense. I thought the defense really stepped up tonight. Dunnigan, Oberholzer, Sprague, the guys inside. I thought they played a whale of a football game.
Yeah, they did, and we talked. Oberholzer got his name called a lot offensively and defensively, and just really a total team effort defensively. Offense did a great job. They scored 4 touchdowns, so that was good too. Everything seemed to click for the Blue Devils again. And you're right; it's a tough place to play. You can come up here and you can make a few mistakes, and it's over. And tonight they didn't do that.
I don't know if it's the polar bear mascot. I don't know if it's the wacky purple uniforms, but there's a mystique about this field, and it just seems like in the past, if something was going to go wrong, it was going to go wrong here. And it's nice. It's going to be a nice drive home. I know Mike and Steve Sebier are vacationing this weekend together. I'm not even going to ask where they're at, but Mike's going to be back in his regular position helping you next week. He doesn't even need to do the keys for the game, for the Waynesboro game. He can use mine again.
He can use yours
He
again.
can use mine again. We got to focus, finish tackles, and control the line of scrimmage.
If you could get that focus, finish tackles, you get a third F on that to the line of scrimmage control.
There you go.
It would be great. But no, thanks for joining us. It is a big game. You're right. We can talk about Waynesboro. I am sure that will be the major topic of discussion at Chalk Talk Thursday night at the John Allison Pub.
Well, not only that, Greg, and I'm sure it will be, and I'm going to try to join you for that, but it's actually going to start on Wednesday. The freshman football game is going to be in Waynesboro.
Okay.
Don Chabowski's team is going to be down in Waynesboro. And that should be an interesting ball game, just the atmosphere down there as they're preparing to come to Greencastle Friday, and kind of starts there.
It does start there. It should be a lot of fun. So, well, we appreciate it again. Tonight's post-game show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. And let me see if I just need some. I don't know what it is here. I don't usually do this, where the music starts and Mike comes in and does all that stuff. I'm not even going to play the music. I'm just going to tell you what it is. Tonight's game has been brought to you by F&M Trust Mobile. Bank wherever you are with your smartphone. Transfers fund, pays bills, and more with the F&M Trust mobile app. Details at fnmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC. Waste management, environmentally friendly technologies, and advanced innovations. Remax Premier Executives Agent Lois Bear. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. Lectron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. Brothers Pizza, dine in, carry out, and deliver. 50 Pine Street in Greencastle. Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent. Klein's Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit kleinstours.net for complete tour schedule. Tonight's game has been a production of midpenbroadcasting.com. Tonight's camera operated by Casey Hoover. Join us next Friday night. It is a triple header on Midpen Broadcasting and Game Time PA when Greencastle plays host to rival Waynesboro and a key Colonial Division matchup. Chambersburg finally gets to come home to face Harrisburg in a Commonwealth Division game. Audio only. Those broadcasts begins at 6:30, while the Blue Devils will start at 7:15, and Shippensburg at James Buchanan, video only, a 7 o'clock start time on that one. Again, our final score here from Northern tonight: the Blue Devils 27, the Northern Polar Bears 9. For Vern McCauley, this is Greg Hoover. Have a great evening, everyone.
Don't forget your egg timer.